Hello again, everybody. This is Michael, KE4EST. And today I want to go over this Mite 5. It's a Sencore TC142 tube checker. And this is what I use to check my tubes with and stuff. So you can see it here. And I've took it out of the case and went through. It was getting, it was working, but didn't seem like exactly it was doing what I wanted it to. So I went in and replaced the tube. I wanted to show you too. I have replaced, in the past, I replaced this capacitor here. Now this is an electrolytic. This is I think it was a 20, I don't have the schematic up in front of me. I think it was a 20 microfarad, 200 volt or something like that. And I changed that, and so 22 microfarad, 450 volts fine. See if I can bring it in a little more here. Yeah, there we go. So replace that. And then down under here, I've dug it up and found it. I save this stuff for some reason, I don't know. But here's what was in there. It's 0.1 microfarad, 250 volt, kind of like a metallized film type capacitor. So I went and replaced it with the this is a 0.1 400 volt polyester, I believe. Yeah, it's polyester. So if you get one of these and want to restore it and get it back, you know, before you even plug the thing in or anything, you want to get it cleaned up. And don't go in spraying heavy chemicals on this thing or anything like that. Just as you can see, if you look in here, you can still see some surface rust here and there that I've not completely got out of it. But it works really good. But you go in spraying chemicals in it, you can really mess it up, because the thing about these that shine the most, and a lot of other tube testers don't have, is the grid leakage. It's got over 100 mega ohms of sensitivity, so it's really sensitive. And you go in spraying cleaners and stuff, you'll get in here between these pins, and it'll leave a film, which introduce some capacitance and stuff and resistance. That film from the cleaners will go in here, and it'll dry. And then the thing, because it's really looking, you know, hard, and it will see that as grid leakage. If you get one of these and you turn it on to grid leakage, and it immediately jumps up your grid leakage over here. Let's go ahead and turn it around, back around. You put it on grid leakage, and this, with no tubes or anything in it, this thing just jumps up there, and you know you've got a problem with it, or somebody's messed it up, or just, you know, of course it could have been, you know, from time or something. Sometimes rats get in here and pee in these things and whatever. But anyway, so if you're restoring one of those, you want to replace that capacitor, you want to replace that capacitor. These two here, and let's see, one under here, these disc capacitors should be fine. I wouldn't replace those, you know, only in this, they just have to be. Check your resistors. Mine's all fine, but if they're way out of tolerance, go ahead and change those out. And just check all your wiring and all your solder connections, and check, you know, make sure it's not, this one's pretty clean in here. It don't have a lot of, you know, where a rat's peed in or something, a lot of corrosion or whatever. Okay, do all that. Change your tube, or check your tube. If it's, you know, been in storage and not used a whole lot, this tube will be fine. Guarantee your tube will be just fine. But you want to do all that to it, and then it's a really simple alignment procedure. Once you've done that, and I'm going to do that here on camera and show you how to do it. Really easy. You've got on the front here, you've got a calibration control here, which for your meter, and then then inside here, right here, you've got a zero adjust. Now, another thing to remember on these here is right here is zero. You should be able to see that. Zero's right in there. Right there, zero. Okay. Zero's not over here on the left. Now, the first thing you'll want to do is go in with your screwdriver and be very careful and adjust this. See how I can adjust that down or back up. And you want to adjust that to it's laying right on the line. If you're looking at it straight on, that's the first thing you do. After you clean it all up, very carefully clean it all up, and do that. Make sure that's zeroed out. But you know, if you really want to call it zero, but it's on that line there. Okay. And then you want to bring the camera back here. Then you want to turn it on, plug it up, turn it on, let it warm up for about 5 minutes, and then come in here and I'll show you that alignment. Here's your zero adjust and the calibration. We got these two controls here. I have this one here and this one in here is what I'll be adjusting, and so I'll do that when we come back. Okay, I'm back here and I've had this thing plugged up and it's warmed up for a little while here. Like I said, you need to warm it up at least 5 minutes. A little bit more would be better. Okay, now here's another reason I wanted to show you before you turn it on or anything. Why you want to go in and adjust this, because now that it's on, it's warmed up. See, this needle has come up here, and we're going to bring it up even further. Okay, it's not going to be resting on that line down here. So, real easy, real simple. What you do is, I have to get back in here. You come in here, make sure, put this on the short test right now. But let me bring that down. Make sure this knob here is on short test. Okay. And then very carefully, because this thing's got it's not super high voltage, there is line voltage on it. And if you go in this thing and get hurt really bad really quick. So if you don't know what you're doing with this, it smells to help you, or don't do it, or read up on it. Bring this up to zero here. Okay. Now go to calibrate. Tell it slammed over there. Bring this back to the calibrate line. Okay. It looks like about it there. Come back to the short. That's pretty much it. Oh, it's off just a hair. But what you do is you go back and forth. Oh, I had it. Lost it. I'm trying to be really careful here. Okay. I'm just come up just a little more right there. Okay. I gotta calibrate. It needs to go a little bit more that way. Up. Okay. Short. Give it time to settle there. It's pretty close. Let's go in here. Oh, just about right there. Okay. You gotta calibrate. It's on it. Come back to short. There you go. And you're calibrated. So it's all calibrated and ready to go now. So once you get that done, then you can put it all back in the case and start using it again. You know, another thing you can do too now, once you get all that done, you want to go through, put your get your voltmeter and put in here, run through your ranges, like on your filaments here. Make sure there, as you flip through, You got all your filament voltages, and they're within, like this is 7 to 8, so it's somewhere in there. It's pretty good. 9 to 10, 6, 4 to 5. Check all those. You know, make sure everything here is working good, and then you're ready to go with it. You're ready to put it back in service. And see how it's warmed up just a hair there more. And what's aggravating is, let me bring it back on that. You'll get this just so perfect. You'll get it just so perfect. And you put it back in the case, and it can change on you because it warms up a little bit, especially if it's been on for a while. But this one ain't too bad. This particular one here ain't too bad because it's only got the one tube in it. So it's got the 112AU7 in it, so it don't put off a whole lot of heat. But there you go. And when you do put it back together and start using it, you always have to, you know, want to hit this calibrate. You know, and that's why they brought it out to the front. This is something you're always going to, and you know, put your tube in, let the tube warm up. I'm talking about the tube that you're going to test. Put your tube in, you're going to test, turn it on, let it warm up, let the tube warm up good. Put this on calibrate and calibrate it, and then you can go start going through and doing your tests and checks, you know. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and hope it helped somebody out. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. This is Michael, KE4EST 73.